just a lot of excitement and joy. It is magical just to be able to have a wish. How is your emotional state whenever you're with your significant other? Welcome, Leo, to your January 2026 reading. I am so excited that you're here. Today I have a special spread for you called the Mystic Compass Spread, which I created to help you understand more intimately different areas of your life. It is in the layout of a compass, north, south, east, west, and I'll explain each component as we go along. Oof. Cards flying everywhere. In the north, this is representative of the earth elements, and so that's typically something that's tangible, so that you can see, touch, taste, smell, etc. It's also indicative of finances and money, as well as career, home, and people that are closest to you. In the east, we've got the element of air, and this is representative of thoughts, dreams, whatever you're focusing your mind on, things like that. In the south, we've got the fire element, and this is indicative of your passions as well as your connection to the divine, God, goddess, spirit, source, etc. And then in the west, we've got water, and that is related to emotions and feelings. So let's get started. For each of the four directions, we've got one initial card to give us our theme, and then followed by an action item for you. In the north, we're starting out with the Seven of Cups, and so this is indicative of creativity, art projects, anything creative, a hobby, something fun that you like to do. So this could be your anything. If you like drawing, painting, dancing, singing, all of that. If you haven't been doing any of those things in a while, this is an invitation to start doing more of that, and that's what's going to help fulfill you in this month. Your action item here is Three of Cups. This is lovely. So you've got double cups over here, which is interesting, Leo, because cups are representative of emotion. But that's really what's coming in here, is leading with emotion to guide what actions you're taking in your tangible world this month. And Three of Cups is fun times, celebration, time with friends, family, loved ones, just a lot of excitement and joy. And so your homework assignment is to spend more time with friends and people that you feel joyous around, as well as, and it could be people that are supporting different projects of yours. It could also be people that you have met in your hobbies. So for example, if you attend a dance class every week, it could be that you are going out with, being guided to go spend more time with and go out with the people from your dance class. That is one example. There are countless possibilities. Next, from the east with the air element, we've got more cups for you. Six of Cups. Now, I really love this card because we all have moments where we are either on stage, literally or figuratively, or we are watching someone else on stage, literally or figuratively. And this card is really asking you to look at which one of those roles are you playing, and when, and why, and how, and really dig into that. Are there times where you are front and center stage, where you should be taking more of an observer role, or vice versa? And maybe try on a different persona a little bit, and try to act a different way, just to learn more about yourself and others. This is a great opportunity for you. I love it. Your action item here actually is to hermit. This is very important. Spend time alone. So instead of being center stage or observing, I was wrong. You're just going to completely remove yourself from the situation entirely, because you need to focus on yourself. It's not about who is front and center, who is being recognized, who is gaining accolades. It's not about any of that. You need to spend time with yourself to really collect your thoughts, because we're here in our air element. Collect your thoughts, determine what are your dreams, and really think about what it is that you want and how you want to spend your time. And do you want to keep spending your time with these people? Not the same. You still have your homework assignment to go celebrate with your friends. But you also have a homework assignment to balance that with alone time, and figure out, like, ask yourself the really tough questions about, like, who am I? What am I doing? Where am I going? And why? Why do I want these things? That's a huge assignment for you, Leo. All right, next, in the south. More cups. Leo, you're having an emotional month. In all the best ways. We've got 9 of Cups. This is such a lovely card. This is asking you to look at where you can find magic in your day-to-day life. It's also asking you to look at what brings you the most excitement. What are your passions? Because we're talking about this in the placement of the South. So what are your passions? And what emotions do you have around spirituality and your connection to the divine? Is this something that you're really taking into consideration? Or is this, have you ever thought about it really? This is something that you're being called to look at more closely this month. And your action item, so nice, is the star. This is hope. This is pouring your hope into something greater than yourself. This is wishing upon a star. What are you wishing for and desiring most in your life? And can you find the magic not only in obtaining that thing, but also just the wish itself? It is magical just to be able to have a wish, to have the freedom to have a wish. It's very important. This is lovely. This is a really beautiful message for you, Leo. Next, moving on to the West, we've got the Lovers. So this can be literal and your actual romantic partner or partners, but it doesn't have to be. But this is asking you to look at how is your emotional state whenever you're with your significant other or others, and how is that in balance with everything else going on in your life? Is that in balance with everything else going on in your life? What's your action item here? The Empress. You are being asked to look at your romantic relationships in a completely different way. I don't know how you've been doing it until now, but I will tell you that it's not been in congruence with the divine feminine. You it doesn't matter the genders or sexes of the people involved in the relationship. What's important is that the divine feminine here is being honored and appreciated and exemplified. That is absolutely critical in this relationship. So that could be looking at if one or more person in the partnership it has a menstrual cycle. It could be looking at balancing daily tasks or big projects with the menstrual cycle and really honoring that. It's not just, I'm not saying that, if there's a woman in the relationship that she has to do, or you have to do everything she says, or vice versa. I'm not saying that. That's not what this is about. This is about looking at the whole relationship on a much deeper and profound level. Next, we have one last card, and this card is tying everything together. Okay. And your card is strength. This image depicts two different figures of equal and opposite force. And nobody is going to win in this fight, in this battle. You are being pulled, Leo, in many different directions in your life. And you need to know how to prioritize what is the most important. I can tell you from this reading alone that the most important here right now, in this moment, is your romantic relationship or relationships. That is the most important. Because you're being called to really focus attention in that area, and that is the area that requires the most work of you. But that being said, all of these other areas of your life that we've discussed, with hermiting but also celebrating with others and being hopeful, also important. But you need to be very specific and intentional about your time. Thank you so much, Leo. It's been a real pleasure. Please check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs, as well as the 2026 collective year reading. Thank you so much. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.